Hello, it is Lithrania, and this is One of Us is Being Forced to Be Here. It has been some time since we have completed an episode, 3 months exactly, and I figured we were long overdue and coming on board to do an episode. And I figured we just kind of do like a little check-in and get a conversation going and see where we go from there. I am joined by my son, Caleb. Can you say hello, Caleb?
Hi.
So that it is picked up and people can hear you.
Hello.
So you would think that since it's been 3 months since our last recording, and this would be either our third or fourth episode that we would be doing, that Caleb would already be on board with knowing that he needs to speak and be forthcoming with some responses. But it still seems to be like I have to be the dentist and pull some teeth. But we're not going to let that deter us from having this moment, because I have said to him several times that I feel that communication is important, no matter the relationship, whether it is husband-wife, friend-friend, boyfriend-girlfriend, siblings, parents and their children. Communication is very important. And I grew up in a time where children were meant to be seen and not heard. And I have seen how, if we go with that mind frame, how damaging it can be. Now, I do believe in letting children communicate their feelings and their thoughts, but it needs to be done in a respectful manner, and one in which that, we as adults should be able to acknowledge, because our kids are exposed to so much more things these days than we ever were exposed to, and we expected them to deal with a lot of things, and at a young age they are put into situations that we didn't encounter until we were older in life, and we expect them to be able to handle that. And that's not something that most of our kids are equipped with being able to do. So that's why I felt the need to do this, to give an outlet to my child, because coming up I didn't always feel like I had that outlet and was able to express how I was feeling. I've held a lot of things in that, had I not, things could have been different. So Caleb says that I am long-winded, but I'm long-winded for a reason. And so that's where we are today. So Caleb, you want to give us a brief update as to what's been going on with you in the last 3 months?
I don't know. I don't think anything much has happened.
Why do you think I stress communication?
said earlier, when you were a child, you didn't have a chance for communication, so you want to give me the chance for communication?
Oh, so you were listening.
Partially.
Yeah, that was a nice little condensed version. So how do you feel that communication is between the two of us?
It's good.
Can you expound on that a little?
How am I supposed to expound on?
What's good about the communication between the two of us?
We talk.
You do know that communication is more than just talking. Because I can talk all day, but are you receiving what I am talking about? And in receiving what I'm talking about, are you able to then talk back to me about that same thing?
I thought talking back was disrespectful.
There is a way in which to say it. And when I say talk back to me, I mean
converse.
Yes.
Then say converse.
Oh, now we're critiquing the words that I'm using, Mr. He who only speaks about 5 words during this podcast.
I speak 5 words because I don't like to be long-winded.
But do you understand why we need to sometimes be long-winded? If you would give me a little meat and potatoes with your responses, I wouldn't have to take us the long way home.
There's a reason why meat and potatoes, well, mainly meat, is expensive.
We are not going to go there. I'm not going to bite that one because that's just going to take you on a tangent of something else that's not what I want this to be about. But I need you to understand that because you and I have a good flow of conversation and open conversation with each other, not all kids and parents have that. There are some parents who believe, like I said, that children should be seen and not heard, that they don't care if the child, has an opinion or a thought about anything that may be going on, not only in their lives, but in the life of the family as a whole. That they feel that I'm the adult, you are the child, therefore you do what I say. And sometimes there are some situations in which you just doing what I say could be harmful, not only to you, but to someone else, or even to me. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So you can roll your eyes about us having this, but I need you to understand how there are some kids that are crying for someone to listen to them. And here I am offering you a platform in which you can communicate and be the voice for those that, may not have someone that's willing to listen to their voice, and you're being Mr. Grump about it.
I mean, but the thing is, I'm one person and I have my own ideals and values, so I can't really talk for other people.
No, I'm not saying you can talk for them, but don't you have conversations with your friends? From those conversations with your friends, we come here together and say, hey, Mom, I was talking to my friend Jim Bob, and he said that Jimmy cracked corn and nobody cares. Why don't nobody care when Jimmy cracked the corn? And we can have a conversation about that. And we can go from there. And Jimmy might not hear the podcast, but you can go back and talk to Jimmy and say, hey, I was talking to my mom and this is what she said. And maybe you should think about doing this or think about doing that.
Well, if Jimmy was cracking corn, I would say he should go to a what's the place called? Rehab?
I was not saying that corn is not a euphemism for drugs.
That's how you would use the saying, though.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What? Why are you doing that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's continue with the talk. Let me be creative. Alright.
You're creatively creating a mess is what you're doing.
Where's the mess?
On my table.
It's foam. Once it dries, I can easily take it off.
It never should have been put on the table for me to have to wait for it to dry so you could easily take it off. See, what was your thinking behind this? See, this is what I'm talking about.
Because I needed to empty the thing out so I could then put it. So well, it had a hole in it, and I went like, oh well, there's a hole in it. I might as well empty it out. And I saw this tube of toothpaste, and went, oh well, I'm not gonna be using that toothpaste. I'm using a different toothpaste. So then I put this toothpaste in the little block thing, and now I have a new squishy thingy. This is called inventing, Mom. That's why I'm in engineering.
Sorry. I wish you guys could see what he's doing. But he basically described what it is he's doing. But it is a messy process anyway.
It's not that messy.
It looks messy to me. So, what other topics, sir, are we delving into? Can we delve into?
I don't know. You're the one who got me here. Dang
It's so how's school going?
it. It's fine.
It's fine. That answer, fine. There are two answers that, no, I shouldn't even say two. There's several answers that I dislike when I ask the question. I dislike fine, I dislike sure, and I dislike I don't know.
Sometimes someone just doesn't know.
How do you not know how you're feeling, or how do you not know what you're doing?
I don't know. Sometimes it's just hard to describe.
Well, I would prefer you say it's hard for me to describe than to say I don't know.
I do say it's hard for me to describe after I say I don't know.
Not always.
Not
And then I
always.
usually have to pull it out again, like I'm a dentist or something. Pull out of you what's going on. Have you heard people in our family or even close friends say that you are my mini-me?
Almost everyone says that.
Why do you think they say that?
I don't know. Because I share similarities to your facial features.
Not only my facial
But
features.
how I act.
Yes.
Yeah, but I act way different from you, though.
Okay, explain, please.
You care about a lot of things. I don't really care. I don't really care about things. You also like helping kids. I hate kids.
That hurts.
How does what hurt?
What you just said kind of hurts
That I hate
because
kids?
that you don't care, and you I think the hating kids part is just a phase that you're going through, and that'll change. And then I think it also depends on the kid. Is there some kids that you do like?
Please reword that. Please reword that.
No. You know exactly how I mean. I don't mean like in any nefarious type of way, or predatory way or anything like that. Excuse me. But what do you mean you don't care? I think you do care about people and you care about things.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I will agree that I would like to see an increase of you caring about others, and a sizable decrease of you putting yourself first in things. I wish you would get that lesson quickly so that you can understand that when you are of service to others, you yourself are getting a reward just by being a help to others.
Stop staring at what I'm doing.
What you're doing is about to make me angry.
Alright.
And I'm gonna have a
I'm
Bruce
keeping it
Banner.
at this one single spot.
I'm about to have a Bruce Banner moment. You wouldn't like me when I get angry. And you are 15 and should not be making a mess like that.
It just nothing to do with this.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh,
Because I don't see anything productive being created.
is there another one of these?
No.
Ah, dang it. So what was your question?
I don't even remember now. That's just how distracted you have me with the mess that you are creating on my table.
It was something about school, I guess. Dang
Wow. Well, I have to do quite a bit of editing out with these little moments. I've got like a brain fog going on here, and Caleb's not very helpful because he doesn't want to have the conversation about anything. So, were you listening to the sermon today in church?
Yeah,
What was it about?
repenting.
And what is a part of repenting?
Knowing what you did, and going to other people, not just talking to God.
So confessing.
Yeah,
You got anything to confess?
no.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Mm. Have you been working out with your equipment? Hmm.
These next few sentences I'm about to say, cut them out. Didn't I say not talk about anything personal?
That's a very general thing.
No, to me it's personal.
Why is it personal?
Because it's my health. It's my...
I had
I'm not
nothing to
worried
do with your health. All I asked was, have you been using the exercise equipment that you have? No one knows why you got exercise equipment. And generally, if someone has exercise equipment, it's because they want to exercise. There's no hidden meaning behind it.
Alright. No, I have not.
Why not?
Because I haven't had time to.
You got time to make mess on my table.
Because we're currently doing the podcast episode right now.
You have time to platinum in some whatever game it is you're playing.
When did I platinum a game?
I don't know.
I haven't platinumed a game in like 3 months.
Really?
I'm working on a platinum, but I haven't platinumed a game in like 3 months. The last game I platinumed was Doom: The Dark Ages.
Hmm.
I think it might have been Ratchet and Clank. I'm not sure.
My point in asking that is that you are handed and given tools to complete something, and when you don't utilize the tools that are given to you, what happens?
I don't use the tools.
You're never going to reach what you're trying to, where you're trying to get. It seems like, and when I say you, I'm doing a general you of youth today. You guys like the hard way. You guys like the difficult route. And no matter how many people that are in your lives that are telling you things, showing you things, making suggestions, or encouraging you to do stuff a certain way, you refuse to do it. And we can say that that is just youth in general, because I'm sure when I was younger, people said that about us. But having walked the walk that I have walked, that has gotten me here, when I impart upon you things, and I say things to you, I'm not saying it just to say it. Because let me tell you, I may be long-winded, but I don't like the sound of my own voice. So for you to have me keep saying things over and over and over and over and over again makes me think that there is some kind of disconnect between your ears and your brain, that the two are not communicating very well for you to get the point that we're trying to impart our wisdom and knowledge that we have gained from the experience that we've lived, so that you don't have to deal with the hardship and the struggle that we have. You guys make your lives so much more difficult than it needs to be. No rule book was given to us when we became a parent. So that's why we rely on our experiences that we had when we were growing up to help guide you into a better way. But when I think about it, we all do have a guidebook to life. The Bible will tell us which way to go, the steps that we are to take so that we could have a good life. But we have so many distractions and stuff that pull us from the path that is laid out for us, that makes it rocky and difficult, or more rocky and more difficult. You look like you have something you want to say.
How? I'm staring dead into space.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that look meant that there was something you snagged a hold to and wanted to delve into a little more deeply. Were you even listening?
I was. You were talking about life path Bible thing. Yeah.
So as a young teenage boy, give me your perspective on why it is so difficult for the youth to listen.
Again, you're generalizing.
Well, you're the one that said you don't want to make anything personal.
Yeah.
So if I can't make it personal, then I have to generalize. Yes or no?
I guess. I don't know why we do whatever.
So this is probably going to be your last engagement with the podcast for some time, because I'm going to tap in to some other youth that I know that might be a little more willing to speak about things, whatever the subject matter may be. And I want to go on record that when we are engaging and talking, I want no comments from you, because you have your opportunity to use your voice and to be able to speak. And I don't understand, as somebody who has spent a good bit of years not being able to use their voice, I don't understand why you don't take advantage of the opportunity that is given to you. You take advantage of the wrong opportunities, in my opinion, but the ones that can not only help yourself but help someone else, you are quick to pass on. It is not all about you. The world does not revolve around you. When asked to do things, it isn't about you. And it is a blessing and a bonus if you get something out of it, but it is for others. We live our lives to serve others. When you get that lesson and start walking that walk, the changes that will begin to happen in your life will be unmeasurable, and it will bring you such joy and such peace. But you continue in this solitary, just me state, not only will you continue to be alone and by yourself, but you will have an empty life. No matter how much material possessions you get, no matter how much money you get, it will be unfulfilling. I hope you figure it out, because again, I'm tired of saying the same thing in different ways and hoping that you get it. I will continue to pray that you get it, and that light bulb, light switch, whatever it is that needs to happen, happens. Because you're doing more harm to yourself and you don't even see it. And I can only stand to the side and yell caution and yell stop, don't proceed for so much longer. I hope you hear what I'm saying, and I hope you get what I'm saying. Anything else you want to say before I close out? I thank you for listening. Obviously, this podcast did not go the way that I envisioned that it would go today, but hopefully there is a lesson still in what was discussed. And I'll see you soon. You'll see me soon, but you'll hear someone else conversating with me soon. Have a blessed day.